Welcome to Herschy and the Keegs Show, starring pitcher Mark Hirschman and his personal catcher, Mike Keegan. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live from the Governor's Comedy Club radio studio. Thanks so much for listening.
All right. Thank you, Colin Cosell, for that beautiful introduction. We are the Tuesday night...
Go back to the car. Go back to the car.
Let me start.
We are the Tuesday Night Show, everybody.
Tuesday Night Show.
We changed the name. We didn't tell you. It's the old Tuesday Night Show.
I meant to say we're gonna cut that out in editing.
No, we're not.
No.
I love the fucked up beginnings that you do. I love it.
We are back in the Tuesday night 9 p.m. slot. That's what I meant to say, but I said we are the Tuesday night.
Okay,
but this is the show that makes the ladies scream and the fellas cream. Yeah?
Not bad.
All right,
not bad. Good job.
But we are back. It's 9 o'clock. We're back in our regular comfy spot.
Can we, comfy for you especially, what, show the audience what you're drinking there. I'd love to know. I don't want to know what it is. I do want to know what it is, really.
It's Jack Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's water with, I have this iced tea flavoring that
filler, yeah. It looks like, when those country bumpkins spit their tobacco into a water bottle. That's what it looks like you're drinking.
I'm drinking Skull.
You're drinking Skull Spit?
Cherry Skull Spit.
Nice, dude.
But, yeah, that's what I'm drinking tonight. That's the drink of choice tonight.
Well, thank you for that really smooth introduction.
We are the Tuesday night.
Maybe we should change it to the Tuesday Night Show.
Yeah, I
you know
like
what I mean?
That, actually, yeah.
Remember when we first started the show and we asked people for suggestions and whatnot?
Yeah. That
was not one of them.
It wasn't, but I kind of like it.
It's not bad.
Hey, it's the Tuesday Night Show. Come and get you some.
Anything. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Not for this Hershey Keegs bullshit.
Yeah, come and get you some.
Well, Hershey and Keegs are here on Tuesday night. We're back Tuesday night, 9 o'clock, and it definitely feels comfortable, at least for one of us. Hi, Tony Walker. Welcome back.
Hi, guys.
Nice to see you.
Tone Bones.
We got, I saw that you had checked in at somewhere tonight, a celebration for Juliana's first day of school.
Ooh, first day back at school for the kids, yeah.
So you went to sushi?
We went to sushi. There is a sushi place in Carl Place.
Okay.
It's a revolving sushi. The sushi comes around on a conveyor belt.
Oh, you just got to grab it?
You grab it. Sometimes you miss it. It's crazy. It's delicious. Very fresh sushi.
Okay.
And it's exciting.
Does it talk back to you?
No, but when you order your drinks, when you order your drinks, a robot delivers
Don't bite me!
A robot delivers them to your table.
Your drinks, really?
Yep. And,
wow.
And you grab what you want. Every plate, whatever you grab, it knows how much you ate by. When you're done with the plate, you put it in this little slot, and it counts all the plates.
Wow.
So it's $3.50 for a plate, and you put it in.
God, I don't like
that. And every 10 plates you put in there, they play a little cartoon on a screen for you.
This is
and every
bizarro.
And every 20 plates that you put in there, a little prize pops out for the kids.
Really?
Yeah, it's really cute.
Now, does Juliana eat sushi?
She just started. Like, she hated sushi. She was always very picky.
Right.
But now, she went all in. Like, she'll eat just, raw tuna.
Yeah.
No soy sauce, no nothing. Just
pop it right in there.
Popping it in.
You should just give her cans of chicken in the sea and just let her eat that
exactly.
raw.
She wouldn't know the difference.
Just chunk it up.
Exactly. Chunk it up. Save me $150.
What's that disease you get from eating fish from...
That's mercury poisoning.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're working on.
Oh, good for you. Good.
Yeah, she missed half a school year last year from mono. We're working on mercury poisoning this year.
Congratulations to Juliana.
Yeah, congratulations to Maxwell, too.
Maxwell, he's back in the penitentiary, so he started. Max is in 8th grade, last year of middle school.
Yep.
And so far, so good. He didn't get suspended this year. Last year on the first day he did. So that did not happen. Yeah.
That's all right. We're off to a good start.
So, we're obviously in a much better place than last year.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in a much better place. So, good. Very good.
Joanna's excited. She started She had a gymnastics tryout today.
Oh, good. I'm glad that Carla got you to pay for that. Nice. That's good.
I put a freeze on the voice lessons that I could afford gymnastics.
Good. Well, I don't mean to say, but it might be a good investment that you didn't. Yeah,
exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
She looks like she's a little flipper, though.
She is. She has this crazy upper body strength.
Yeah,
it's fucking ridiculous.
What do you call? There's a name you call her. Is it the lug nut? What is it?
Otter? No, the mouse. The little mouse. Little mouse. My little mouse.
I seem to never get that right, though. I
call her the mouse. I call her Giulini Beanie.
Yeah. Do you ever call her the financial drain? Just get right to the point.
That's her mom.
Oh, right. Well, she's indirectly though,
No,
right?
No, yeah.
We have a lot to go over. We really do have a lot to go over.
We do. How was your weekend?
My weekend was, it was good. There wasn't a lot of anything actually. Unfortunately or fortunately, what do you want to say? You got 2 of my 3 kids are in college, so there's not that much happening, and we didn't really do a lot, to be very honest with you. Nice. We just kind of low-keyed it and chilled, and I was show prepping, honestly.
Yeah, no, that's what I was doing.
That's all I was worried about. And
I've been doing it since last Tuesday.
You're always doing it. Yeah. You're a great show prepper. I don't know if you saw this, you and Tony, but I had put up something about asking people for some feedback about the show. Yep. I'm always just thinking of ways, because we want to be connected with the people.
Wait, before you continue,
sure.
I just want everyone to know we have a big announcement. We're going to wait till the end of the show, so stick around.
Oh, wow.
Big announcement tonight.
Is that a little hook that you're doing?
Yeah, it's going to keep them
totally fake.
There's no real fucking announcement.
Okay. We do have an announcement, actually, to make.
We do. So stick around. End of the show. Big announcement.
I'll think of it.
Mark's
Don't worry.
Keep going. Think of something, please.
So I basically put out something on Facebook asking people if they were, avid watchers of the show, don't miss an episode no matter what happens. B, they love the show, but they can't watch every episode, but they try. C, podcasts aren't for me. Yeah. And D, I'll never watch the show. I have no interest in it. Like
that's like the jokey one, like kind of only an asshole would put D.
Yeah, the hurtful one. Yeah, exactly. So
I said A.
You did say A. I was like, I hope Mikey says A.
I've not missed an episode.
I hope Mikey says A. You've been late to episodes. We never missed one. Never missed one. But there were a couple of responses. Of course, it's like the same thing when you go and you perform in a comedy club and there's 300 people and 298 are laughing and then there's 2 who are not happy.
Exactly.
Those are the 2 that you focus on. Exactly. So those are the 2 I'm going to focus on right now.
And for probably the next couple of months.
Well, and I will say this with no negativity in my heart, because these people, neither one had any ill will. Yeah. They were just looking to be constructive, and I appreciate that. Yeah. Because all the, oh my God, you're so handsome on the camera, you're adorable, the other guy is okay, like all that stuff is fine, but it doesn't help. It boosts the ego a little bit, but it's not going to help the show grow. Exactly. But the 2 things that got to me, one was from a kid I went to high school with, good guy. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen him in a long time, but I'm sure he's still a good guy. Mm-hmm. And then the other one was my a coworker, an older woman who I am still very much in touch with. So the first one, from the young man I went to high school with, he said that I interrupt Mike too much, and I do a lot of mansplaining for your stories, I guess.
Yeah, you mansplain my stories, you do.
Yeah, so I didn't know what mansplaining was, and I looked it up, and it turns out that mansplaining is basically when, it's more so for when a man has to explain a story that a woman is telling.
Yeah, because they don't get it. They don't like small.
So essentially, not only am I interrupting your dreadful stories, but I'm mansplaining them. Yes. Is that what's happening?
Exactly, because you think that my story is so dreadful that other people wouldn't get what's going on.
So I have to.
So you feel like you have to
clarify
account
for your lack of comedic timing, effort, grace, anything. Yeah. So
you're doing it right now, actually.
Yeah. Oh God, that was a perfect example of mansplaining. Exactly. In the middle of him explaining what mansplaining was, I actually did
It's a little bit condescending.
Condescending.
It's very condescending, and it's also kind of emasculating.
Oh.
Yeah. Because you're supposed to do it to women, because they don't really understand the concepts, so they can't rationalize as well as men. You're doing it to me, and I'm a man.
So you have no issue with me mansplaining, just not to you.
Just not to me, just to women, because like you said, women don't have rational thought. I do.
Right. Okay. So
I'm a man.
So this is something that you didn't put this young fella up to this. No.
I did not.
I got you. Okay. So something I need to be cognizant of. Number 1 is the mansplaining, interrupting, and condescension.
Yes.
Getting rid of condescension is going to be really difficult for me.
Yeah.
Because what am I without it?
Nothing.
Nothing. Literally nothing. Yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you.
A pleasant person.
Thank you. Thank you for being honest with me, and I'm sorry in advance for anything that's happened in the past 11 years of us knowing each other. It's probably not going to change at all. No. The second thing, which my coworker, my former coworker, had mentioned, is that way too many F-bombs from me, not you, from me.
Yeah. I try to keep it clean.
But meanwhile, I wasn't really looking for, the post said nothing about tell us what you like or don't like. It just said answer the question, A, B, C, or D. It didn't say start giving me a Cooper Anderson Cooper breakdown of or either one of them, Anderson Cooper or Cooper Anderson. Don't break
Cooper.
down for me, Bradley Cooper. That doesn't make a difference. Alice Cooper, Alice in Chains. Don't start breaking it down for me. But I like that they did. Because
they were all just like chomping at the bit, like he's finally gave us the opening to tell him why we don't like him.
That's right, exactly. Maybe it was and both of them, by the way, had said they liked the show.
Yeah.
So they do like the show, and all kidding aside, I do like that they said what they said because it made me think a little bit. The cursing thing is also probably right, that there are times.
It is. I do notice that sometimes. Maybe using an F-bomb like as a punctuation sometimes.
What is that like almost when I perform sometimes and it's like a hot crowd and I'm a little nervous. Yeah. I find myself dropping extra F-bombs.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but that's a nervous thing. Is that the same thing?
I don't think you're nervous here.
No, I don't think I am at all.
I'm totally trying to keep you comfortable.
Right, exactly. 2 hands on each knee is pretty relaxing for me. So,
I don't have experience with that.
Right, exactly.
Maybe it's just a comfort level, like you're very comfortable, and this is who you are.
Yeah.
Maybe you are just a salty dog.
You think I am? Well, I don't know. And I guess I'll try to be more cognizant of it, but I also don't want to change who I am. And the truth is, if I'm Mr. F-Bomb,
then that's who you are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm Mark fucking Hirschman.
That's right. Yeah. I'm Mark Fuckman.
Hershey and the fuck.
Yeah, that's
wait.
No.
Fucky and the
Keegs. There you go. How did I mess that up?
Hershey and the fuck. God, this is why I have to mansplain for you because you're a fucking idiot. Okay, you stupid bitch.
Hey, watch the language there, Jew boy.
You're an idiot. Okay, I'm gonna mansplain for you, you little sissy bitch. God damn it.
Oh man.
I like that term, mansplain, and I am going to be cognizant of it. I'm
glad you say I'm going to start mansplaining.
No, I the truth is, I know that I can be condescending. It's just who I am.
Yeah.
Obviously you can ask my wife, she'll tell you I'm the most condescending.
Oh, I bet you mansplained to her.
Oh God. No, there's no question about it. And
she's a lot smarter than you are.
It's not even close. Yeah. Class 9th out of class out of 600 something, and I was not that. The problem is that very often I do these things and I have no perception at all that I'm doing it. It's just who I am. Mm-hmm. I can't really help it, but I should. Doesn't mean that I shouldn't try to help it. You know what I mean?
Be yourself, just different.
I was in a conversation with someone today, a female, and I must have said yes ma'am enough times where she said enough of the yes ma'ams. And that's the same kind of thing. That's
was it an older female you were talking to?
A little bit older, but similar age group. It was just, again, I wasn't trying to be that person. It just, I can't get that.
I wasn't trying to be a jerk off. That's just who I am.
Yeah, I'm such an asshole. I am an asshole, but all right. So I'm going to work on that.
Different thing, we could all work on some stuff. I mean, nobody really said I was doing anything wrong. So
nobody did.
I know.
nobody did at all. As usual, it was just perfect scores all around.
Everything that they were criticizing you for was just like, be nicer to Mike.
Right.
Be more like Mike.
That's right.
Yeah.
If we were at one of those like Olympic swim meets, people would be holding up 10s from Mike, just one after another. If Mike came in with one of those unitards and did a dive, it would just be 10s.
When I was in 8th grade, me and 2 of my buddies went camping with my friend's family.
Yep, you did.
And my friend Marty and my friend Nick.
Yeah, Marty in San Diego. That
Marty
guy.
in San Diego. Yeah.
See how I remember? I listened to him.
He listens and then he condescends.
Yeah,
because you have to know what to condescend.
I have to know what to be a scumbag about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we went camping. Marty's family had a camper set up out in Montauk, and we went there with a bunch of people. And his sister brought her friends there. And they were a little bit younger than us, but one of her friends, I just tortured this girl the whole time.
Yeah.
Like pretty aggressively. And, maybe a little sexually charged also.
Mm-hmm. No, not physically, though.
Not physically, just making sexual comments. And I'm in 8th grade also.
Typical verbal harassment that was allowed back then with no problem or recourse. Yeah.
But I was the one. I was the culprit. And it was me, my friend Marty, my friend Nick. it got so bad that she called her mother to drive from Merrick to Montauk.
Son of a bitch.
To scold us for treating her daughter so badly. Her mother comes and says, so-and-so, I'm not going to say her name, so-and-so said everything that you guys have been saying. You guys are terrible. You guys are pigs. You're perverts. Well, not you, Mike. Just really Nick and Marty. And I'm like,
wow.
Dude, they were both like, what?
That's amazing.
They were like, we didn't do anything. It was all Mike the whole time. But I always somehow get away with this stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. Like stuff like that.
So that's interesting. So there's just something about your charm.
Is it charm?
I find you very charming.
Hello.
I find you're like Lucky Charms.
I'm a Lucky Charm.
That's really. I wonder unless she the girl was liking your overtures.
Maybe.
And she told her mom that she was trying to get the other boys punished so there could be more time with you.
Separation, a little
right.
Yeah. Little divide and conquer.
Not you, Mike.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
She specifically said it wasn't Hermy and the Keegs.
I like
sorry,
that.
I didn't mean to do that.
That's Hermy and the Keegs.
It was that, and even
that's good. Still topical 6 months ago. Yeah.
Even our buddy Fat J, I was talking to him the other night, and our friend, we spoke about him, James Raniolo, who passed away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So last week, it was my birthday. On my birthday, they had like a memorial service
ceremony,
for him at the Alibi Lounge.
Sure.
And just being a dick, I wrote in the Long Island Comedy Scene Facebook page, all along, I wrote, "Hey guys, thanks so much for all coming to the Alibi last night to help me celebrate my birthday." And obviously, like,
right.
You figure people are going to get mad. Everyone's laughing. Everyone's loving. Jay's like, nobody else can get away with saying such a scumbaggy thing.
I love that. I love that, and I'm a little jealous of that.
Yeah,
I like that.
I was expecting backlash and people that have a little respect.
Right.
Everyone's like,
it's just Keegs.
It's just Keegan.
It's just Keegs who's gotten banned from war clubs. That's amazing.
I wish I was charming to club and theater owners that I could get away with some stuff.
So
but that's kind of
your story reminds me a little bit of 8th grade baseball practice, Barrett Park in Valley Stream in Gibson, right where I grew up. I was playing second base. My dear friend Jay Farina, who I still am in contact with, talk to all the time, was playing shortstop. And the field at Barrett Park was one of those dirt fields where there was no grass on the infield. It was just dirt, chunks of dirt, basically. And Mr. Owens was the coach, this old guy, but a great guy. And he wouldn't get mad, especially if he liked you, like he would never get mad. But Jay and I were bored as hell must have been batting practice, and whoever was up was just whiffing at every single swing. Mm-hmm. So we started to pick up hunks of dirt and we started skimming them at each other, basically. Okay? And, so I'm hitting him, he's hitting me, and one of my hunks of dirt blasts Jay right in the eyeball.
Ooh.
Right in the eyeball. And Jay is, like tearing and like, oh my God, he's crying. Yeah. And then he starts yelling at Jay, like, what the hell are you doing? We're having a goddamn baseball practice over here. He just starts, and I'm like, the whole time I knew I blasted him in the face with dirt. Yeah. Why he would think to castigate the person who actually received the bludgeoning.
Charming little guy.
Charming. Yeah. Oh my God, so charming.
Like a little like a nymph, like a
nymphomaniac. I was a little nymphomaniac.
What do they call them? Like a
little gnome.
Like a rascal.
A little gnome.
Yeah.
So picture me. Basically, the same height, looking exactly the same in 8th grade.
With a goatee, yeah.
That's no different. That's how I looked in 8th grade. It's no different.
No different.
But Mr. Owens, so me and Jay laugh about that story all the time.
Exactly.
So maybe that's what attracted us to become show partners.
Exactly.
That
I think it is, and that's what attracts people to us, too.
Yeah. Tony's up to no good over here.
I
don't know what Tony's up to. He's up to no good. But so thank you to those to all the people that responded to that post. Thank you, especially to the two that gave some constructive.
Continue. We take we
take boa constrictors. If you have a boa constrictor that you can't handle, Mike and I will take care of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We take criticism in stride.
Exactly. Oh, that was good. That was not easy for you.
Well, it wasn't obviously because I said constrictor.
That was a struggle. Yeah. You know what's funny though? It's funny how Mike manages to not get punished at all for what he says, but he does hurtful things though. He'll post things about me, and all he'll get is just like laughing faces. So Mike was on one of his road gigs this weekend. He was off in Pennsylvania,
Virginia Beach.
That
part was in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, he's in Pennsylvania, and he's navigating to a club. And at some point, he screenshots the directions, and the road that he was on was called Gay Street, Gay Street. And then he just screenshots it, posts it, and he says, "Oh, look, it's taking me to Mark Hirschman's house."
the picture I really wanted to get, I swear to God, I'm driving up Gay Street in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, and right at on the corner, you see the sign that says Gay Street, and there's a house that has a gay pride flag coming out of it.
Oh, that would have been great.
And I was going to tag it as Mark Hirschman's house, but I had already passed by it before I could get the picture.
Well, so Mikey posts this, and I'm like, I'm gonna look back in a few minutes to see, what kind of interactions there have been, comments and likes and hearts and whatever. And it's just, I've never seen a ratio of only smiling, laughing faces and nothing else. No one's defending me. Yeah. No one's sad facing it. It's just people writing horrible things about me.
People, Kevin Downey Jr. like a bathhouse.
Downey wrote that it was a bathhouse. That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. Well, you know what it is? People like the Downeys of the world and that ilk, they feast on stuff like this. They're waiting to pounce.
He's waiting to pounce on gay Mark Hirschman comments.
Exactly.
So, dude, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I'm like driving through an intersection about to crash my car. I'm like, I gotta get a picture of that and tag Hirschman in it.
That was really very nice of you, buddy. It was nice of you.
So. Oh my God! So I was on my way when I was in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. I was picking up my buddy who was producing a show in Virginia Beach. So I met him at his house, and he drove down to Virginia Beach for the show. It was actually a
fundraiser.
Nope. A reunion for his. He was on a ship in the Navy. Desert Storm.
Gotcha.
It was a reunion for him and his shipman. Mm-hmm. And we went down there. Great show in Virginia Beach. Mm-hmm. I pulled a muscle in my back. We were unloading the speakers and stuff.
Oh, like
and sitting in a car.
Almost like at a shipyard.
Yeah, no, exactly. I felt like I was in the military.
Let's simulate this whole thing. Exactly. Mikey, come on.
Yeah, I felt like I was in the military. I was bringing speakers onto the stage. It was traumatic. I pulled something on my back, so the next day I had a show in Jersey, in Manalapan.
Okay.
And I had like 6 hours to kill because we had to leave Virginia Beach at 5 a.m. to get to return the rental car at 2 in Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. So then I just drove right to Jersey. Had like 6 hours to kill. I'm like, my back is killing me. Let me get a massage.
Okay. Now we're talking.
First of all,
yes, sir.
What a wild massage this was.
Let's hear it.
I absolutely
Let's hear it and talk slow.
I absolutely thought it was going to be one of those jerk and squirt things.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
And so I get there, and she goes, "Oh, no, you come back 6 p.m. I'm like, this is at 2 o'clock. I'm like, all right, what happens at 6 p.m.? I think that's what they're trying to do.
It's the wiener grabbing time. Yeah.
And now, so I go back at 6 p.m. I'm expecting it to get,
hot and heavy, yeah.
And like, if you ever got a massage, they ask you to put like lay down, put the blanket over you, over the back. Yeah. As soon as she comes in, blanket off.
Yeah.
She goes, no, too hot. I take blanket off.
Oh,
so now I'm just there in my boxers laying, and I'm like, oh, this is the thing. This is going to happen.
What, she told you had to keep your drawers on?
She didn't tell me I had to, but I did just out of respect.
Really? Because I go full.
Do you really?
Oh yeah.
There's a place in Merrick.
Because I'm adorable. So yeah, exactly. So you were too though. You can get away with it.
I can. There's a place in Merrick I go to. They have a sign up that says, "Please keep your underwear on."
God damn.
So that's what I'm just accustomed to.
Guess I won't be going to that place.
Yeah, exactly. So. Also, I hear a guy in the other room.
Well, they were saying that because people walk in without their underwear, right, to the front door.
Exactly. So, and I also heard a guy in the other room before he left. He was like, I'm like,
really?
This is the time. This is because I never went to one of these before. I don't know how it works.
So he was making like sounds.
He made like a couple of sounds. And he's like, all right, thank you very much. I'm like, he's just got released.
Right.
So I'm like, this is gonna happen. So now she's doing the massage, and a great massage, by the way.
Really good.
And then she like takes my underwear, like the back of it, and pulls it down, like
a little
below my butt,
just a little tushy
so
area.
I'm like, all right, like, this is kind of
little Keegs tush. Yeah.
Then she just starts like spreading my butt cheeks apart.
Oh,
like, she's opening a book.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And I'm like, this must be miserable for her because I just sat in a car for 7 hours.
Right.
I'm like, God, this is probably awful.
It goes to the
but it was just like not even massage, just
a
like
little,
spreading my butt cheeks,
spread little tushy cheeks,
letting them slap back together.
Let me turn to page 11.
Them, yeah, exactly. Let's read Psalm 19. You know,
right?
And just so I'm like, this is gonna happen because she's like doing some butt work now,
and we shall rejoice. Let's turn to page 20.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it was the least relaxing massage because the whole time there's 2 rooms and there's another woman in the other room and they're just she's talking to this other Chinaman in the other room and they're just going yeah like whatever like I'm in the back of a Chinese takeout.
Right.
And she took a phone call at one point.
Oh my God.
And she's talking to the other Chinaman for the whole hour that I'm in there.
Maria, I got this guy's ass open. Hold on 1 second.
Like, that's what it is. I'm like, if I spoke Mandarin, I guarantee you she's talking about my butthole.
Oh, there's no question.
Yeah, now I'm like looking up how to say butthole in Mandarin.
Exactly.
But she, like, so I thought it was going to get to the end where she was going to do something because she kept just spreading my butt cheeks.
Or maybe she'd do like a peekaboo, come to the front.
Exactly. But then nothing. Then she even said, "Frip over."
Oh, she did.
I'm like,
she
okay,
I
fripped. And then, and then I flipped over. She just like stretched my arms out, and she goes, "Okay, very good. If you feel better." I'm like, "Yeah."
That's it.
And that was it.
So let's get back to the sound of the guy in the other room. Say it again. What?
And then he's like, "Oh, thank you very much."
So it turns out he was just watching Terms of Endearment. Is that what was happening?
No, but I really think that he got whacked.
Really?
Because I think it was one of those. I just don't know like the code words. I don't know how to I did. Somebody told me one time that one of the code words is "I've been here before."
Oh, okay.
And when I'm laying there, I heard because when I walked in, she's like, "Oh, have you been here?" She goes, "Your first time?" I go, "Yeah, my first time."
Idiot.
Like an idiot. But then this older guy at like 7 o'clock when I was leaving, I saw him walk in. She goes, "Oh, your first time?" "I've been here before." And I'm like, "Oh, he's about to get jerked off."
You know the code word, Mike, is not saying "should I frip over." That's really it. There's not a lot that they ask for other than harassment.
You know what else the code word is? Not trying to tip her 8%. I gave her a $10 bill for a tip, and she goes, "Oh no, 20% minimum." I'm like, "How do you have a minimum tip? You didn't even do anything to me."
Right.
My back feels fine, by the way. It really worked. Like, the massage was phenomenal.
Well, that's what the butt cheek opening is for.
I guess
it just
so.
affects the lower back muscle.
Next time I hurt my back, I'm just going to spread my butt cheeks like
that's it. Don't even
like angel wings.
These chiropractors are crooks. That's it.
Exactly.
All you got to do is be an ass spreader for a living.
I'm going to go to my chiropractor. You just spread my cheeks a little bit. That worked last time.
Don't adjust my lumbar. Just spread my ass open.
Spread the cheeks. Like,
yeah.
Here it is in Mandarin.
Yeah.
蛋 or 王八蛋.
One patang. She said that like 10 times. One patang.
One patang.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm laying there, and I just hear, one patang.
And then you can also say that when you want soup when you go into a place. One patang.
Butthole soup.
If you walk in next time to Chen's to get some soup and you want to spread in your ass at the same time, that's going to be a problem.
One patang.
You need to do a better job of learning the words when you go in there. You need to do a better job.
I know. One patang.
Well, I did not have. Oh, I actually did have an experience this weekend. Nothing to do with massages or butt cheeks, but I did have an experience with a little Asian family.
Ooh.
So I've been, before it turned 97 degrees over the weekend, every day I was taking Hazel out and we were going for long walks. And at some point I would, I'd stop at the local park just to sit on a bench and relax a little bit, just because I'd been out there for a long time. Mm-hmm. And the first day that I was there, looked like an Asian grandmother, maybe in her 70s, was there with a little, maybe 2 or 3 year old little
she could have been
Asian.
40. You can never tell because they age like bananas.
I'm not really sure what she was, but she was older though. She was older.
Yeah.
And then the little boy was probably like 2 and a half. Mm-hmm. Cutest little thing. Yeah. And you could tell that he wanted to pet the dog. He wanted to play with Hazel. And the grandmother was, she didn't, I guess Hazel doesn't look scary, but I guess she was just very cautious. Yeah. So the little kid walked over and she's like, no, and she took the kid away. The second day, I'm sitting on a bench and the kid walks over, same exact situation, and he has like a little stick in his hand, okay? So if you guys are watching it, he's got the stick in his hand, and I don't know if he was going to try to like, give a little shiv stab or something like that, but he bends down and he's watching Hazel. He's right by the garbage can, and I'm like, no, it's okay. You can come over and pet the dog. And he's sitting there, and he's kind of like eyeballing, and the grandmother is basically like not doing anything. She's letting him observe, okay? Yeah. So he's sitting there for a good like 20, 30 seconds, and then the next thing he goes, ugh. He was just taking a shit the whole time. That was it. He wasn't about the dog at all. He was just taking a shit in his pants. That was it. He was just shitting his pants, and that's why he had stopped. So I was trying to get him to talk to the dog
while he's taking a shit.
He had no interest though. He had just stopped, and
he's
he had
like,
done that.
I wish this Jew would stop talking to me while I'm taking a shit.
But I'm like, he was just so quiet and docile watching Hazel, and then he just stood up and ugh. And I'm like, oh, shit his pants. Shit his pants. He had no interest. He had no interest in the dog whatsoever at all.
His grandmother goes, Hazel looked delicious.
Don't you have hopes for this show?
Yes. No, it's a it's just a joke, like a stereotype. Like they say, like Asian people eat
Mike.
dogs.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
It was just a joke.
So far, we've done a 10-minute chunk on a massage parlor. No, shut up. You wonder why I fucking mansplain you.
You know what I was going to say.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want you to. So that same day, it's why, people, I hope people, they know me long enough to know that these things just happen and I don't fabricate or anything like that.
This is your life.
Stacy says to me, I want you to make chicken. I make good chicken salad. I will say that. Right. A little pepper, a little mayo, chop up some celery, and I use the rotisserie chickens from BJ's.
Do you shred it or you chunk it?
I cut them. So basically, I cut the celery up, and I take the chicken off, and I cut it with a knife.
Okay.
So no, I wouldn't say it's chunk.
Yeah, more of a chunk.
Yeah. I'm not a shredder. So I go pick up the chicken, and BJ's is fairly crowded. This was I guess yesterday. Yeah. So it's fairly crowded. And I'm walking down the aisle to get to the registers, and I get a text message. So I'm like, I want to respond to this, but I don't want to respond to it while I'm actually walking. Mm-hmm. So I basically pull over a little bit to the side of the aisle, okay? Yeah. And I'm probably a good 75 feet from the checkout area. Yeah. So I stop, and I'm texting, and the guy behind me says, "Are you online?" And I'm like, what? I'm like a mile from the fucking register. I'm like, how would I be online right now? Like, do you see?
Is this COVID? Are we socially distancing?
No, but I'm like, there's not any people in front of me.
Exactly.
Like, can't you see? Just look past me that there's a whole fucking area to go.
What an idiot.
And he was not Asian, so don't make any sort of things. Are you doing some work there, Tony? What? I thought you were doing some drawing, picturing. I saw a Herschy and the Keegs label pop up.
No.
No. Tony's always up to something, this guy, right?
Yes.
He's always up to something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So that's what happened over at on Monday.
That's hilarious.
So the kid pooping and the BJ situation, that's what happened. Otherwise, your gig was okay. It worked out well.
Great gig. Yeah. It was really nice. It was a bunch of Navy guys. There was a captain there. We got a lot of great reviews. It was me, Cisco Hernandez.
I like Cisco.
Yeah, and Brad Lowry.
Oh,
very funny.
Brad Lowry's an old school killer, man. Absolutely. He would be here back 30 years ago. He was at Governor's.
Yeah, phenomenal. Me and him shared a hotel room.
Yeah.
It was a great show.
So he headlined, you featured?
He headlined, I featured. Cisco Hernandez hosted.
Wow.
And it was a great time. It was
That's
Cisco's
a lot of show,
old,
man.
it was Cisco's old Navy platoon.
Yeah.
And nice guy. I mean, they didn't pay him to do the show. He did it as a favor to them.
Okay.
So he paid us out of his pocket. He paid for our hotel out of his pocket. Great guy.
Yeah.
Awesome guy. And it was a great time. And then the next night I had a show for Paul Anthony I was doing over in Jersey. In Manalapan.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You really did?
Yeah, it was at a temple in Manalapan.
Dude, how the fuck did that happen?
I don't know. I've worked for these people before. I did a show for them. I don't know if they requested
By
me
these
or not,
people, you mean Jews?
Yeah, these people.
Yeah,
I've done
of course.
I've done a show for Jews before, so I guess the word must have spread.
Right.
No, the actual people. Actually, the people that ran the show, they were not Jewish. It was they just rented out the temple space because there wasn't enough space. They were a swimming and racket club.
Oh, okay.
They didn't have enough space, I guess, in their racquetball court or wherever they.
Right, not a lot of room.
Yeah, exactly.
Those racquetball rooms are so tiny.
I'll tell you, I was me and Ellen Karras.
Oh, wow.
Phenomenal, and I love her.
Killer.
The headliner was Raynon Hirschberg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know him?
Oh, well, what do you think?
Did she go to camp with him?
Of course.
Yeah.
Me, Tom Kelly, Raynon Hirschberg.
Raynon Hirschberg. I don't know if you ever heard him or saw him. Killer. Guy is awesome. He's a seller guy. He's been on Fallon.
Yeah. He's strong.
He's awesome. Nice guy. First time I ever worked with him.
Wow.
Very good. Yeah. It was a good weekend. It was just busy. Like, I didn't get to really relax Labor Day weekend. I was driving all over the place. But
this is the price you're going to pay, man.
Price you pay for stardom.
To whatever it is that you're aspiring to. Yeah. Making this show what it is and making that comedy career what it is.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to spread the word for our show.
I know that's all that you give a shit about, and I appreciate that. I really do. Well, I'm glad that you had a good weekend. Yeah. One of the things that happened over the weekend, which sometimes things happen, I get advice or suggestions, and you probably do as well, from people as far as improving the show.
No, they tell me I'm doing great.
Great, that's true. Yeah. That's a good point. Well, I got a text message over the weekend. It's a thread that I'm on with my buddy John Rathgaber and his wife Lindsay. And John sent me a suggestion that I'm like, wow, this is pretty good. Like, I don't know why you never thought of this. Essentially, he said, have people send you questions, but like not about like, you and Mike or things like that. Like Dear Abby type of questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
I saw that today. I think that's a great idea.
Self-help questions.
We're a wealth of knowledge, and
we are wealthy and knowledgeable.
Yeah. So
I did that. I put up a post. Maybe 4:00 was it?
Yeah.
And I was inundated with questions.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be able to get to all of them and we can do this in future weeks if people enjoy it.
We could do a couple tonight, but I'd also like to read through them and prepare a little bit for next week. Put a little thought into it.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of good advice to give.
Yeah, you are full of advice. There's no question about it.
Full of something.
But we're gonna read. Yeah, I didn't have time to prepare. I mean, I do have the advantage of knowing what the questions were. But let's see here. The first question that I got, and this person, so some people, they stipulated that didn't matter. We can put their name in. We didn't have to put their name in. It didn't matter. But other people signed with like, almost like Dear Abby used to get letters that would say, signed, curious about penis or something like that. I don't know why I said that.
That was a little Sigmund Freud was right.
I don't know why that's the first thing that came to mind. But the first question that I got, and probably my favorite question, was, Dear H and K. They shortened it for us.
I like it.
That's pretty cute, right?
H and K. We should do,
Yeah, I like that. And these are legit questions. These are not made up. My mother-in-law lives with us, and sometimes I want to punch her. Should I love to punch or not to punch? So I'll let you let you hit that first if you want.
Yes. No, all right. So yeah. So I have a very Carla's mother, who I love and is a great person.
Yes.
But she's very, she's very stern. Mm-hmm. Sometimes
domineering, and sometimes personality.
We'll butt heads a little bit.
Yep.
But I've never punched her.
No.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I don't know.
There's a reason why. No,
you know why? Because she could beat the shit out of me. Is probably why.
Oh, she could. Yeah.
But I wouldn't punch her, but I would put maybe like a little bit of antifreeze in her.
Okay. So my take on it is this. I get the feeling that this parent or in-law is a little bit older, probably like I'm guessing probably in the 70s or even a little bit more. Yeah. My take on it in a situation like this is that if you can get away without getting in trouble legal-wise or with your spouse, give them a shot.
Give them a shot.
You know what? There's no question about it.
But there's no thought behind that, really. Do something that really will.
But here's my take about it.
Like, take a shit in her toilet tank.
Here's my opinion. My take on it is this: you don't want to do anything that's going to cause any permanent wounding or anything like that. Yeah. So you don't hit them with a closed fist. Yeah. But you can walk by. You can give them a slap in the in the jaw,
like an accidental type
of thing.
An accidental shoulder in
what
the
about
chin?
like sometimes you can give someone a stun punch where they by the time they come to and they know that you smashed them, they're like they don't even know what happened. So just a stun punch and they go ahead and they
you could do like a knockout game thing. Like if they're walking down the street, they don't know it's you, and you just come out from behind them and punch her in the back of the head.
You can do that. You can do that as well. My thing is that as people get older, they tend to tell lies also. So, he punched me. Shut the fuck up. No, shut up.
Yeah.
Grandma's always telling bullshit lies all the time.
Exactly, yeah.
There's no goddamn truth to that.
She didn't even know her name yesterday.
Give me a fucking break. Ask her what you had for lunch yesterday.
You probably get away with punching the elderly.
Shut the
because,
fuck up.
it's true.
I didn't touch you.
Exactly. Yeah,
And then the next day when there's no one in the house, you punch her in the kidney punch. You give her like a good sock in the kidneys. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
I wouldn't do like a blatant punch, but I would do like an accidental, like, oh, we walked by you and I just like, jabbed you in the kidney a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So
the kidney idea is a good idea. I didn't think of that.
The answer is yes, punch her, but yes, also make it look like an accident.
Okay, good.
But
So
punch
we're
that
on the same page with that. Okay. Let's see. Next question. Dear H&K.
Another one that
Yeah. My kid isn't into sports. Is that okay? Should I make him play something? Love, gamer mom. What do you think about that?
Yes, because otherwise he's going to be gay.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
so we're taking the 1957 approach from Dear Abby Ann Landers.
You know how gay I would be if my dad didn't make me play football? I'm gay enough right now.
You are a little bit. Yeah.
No, make him play sports because he's gonna be pale.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get picked on.
Mm-hmm. What else?
The kids, they have no motivation. It puts in a work ethic.
Okay.
He's gonna have a coach that's gonna teach him how to be a man.
Yes. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, absolutely make him play sports and keep an eye on his social media.
This particular question, the next one came from our buddy Steve Spragus, who his daughter Megan is the intro song for us.
Yep, absolutely.
Steve wanted to know is a hot dog a sandwich?
That is a good question.
I have to say, based on what we know of a sandwich, based on the description of two pieces of a flattish type of bread,
You're saying yes?
I'm saying it's not a sandwich.
I'm saying it's not. It's one piece of bread.
Oh, right.
Because a bun, it's just one piece of bread.
Oh, right. It's like it's
sliced down the middle.
Yeah.
I think it's in its own category. That's a great question.
It's a hot dog, basically.
But it is a hot dog. I don't call it a hot dog sandwich. If I put tuna in between two pieces of bread, I'm having a tuna sandwich.
Right.
But if I put one of those glizzies in a hot dog bun, I'm having a hot dog. I'm not having a hot dog sandwich.
That's right. Okay, so we're on the same page.
So that was right. So that's just the right answer all around.
We nailed it.
There's no discussion.
We nailed
there.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
So no, it's not a sandwich.
The next question is, what is the weirdest thing a guest has done at your house or you did in theirs? So I'll let you take that because we know you've done a lot of weird shit in people's houses. So take the floor on that, buddy boy.
I actually kind of alluded to it before.
Yeah.
I took a shit in somebody's toilet tank. So we're at a party, and I guess it was high school, maybe the beginning of college, first, second year of college.
Yeah.
We're at a party, and there was no food there.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl was kind of being a dick to us, whatever.
She was. She deserved the party. This. Yeah.
And she wasn't welcoming. She wasn't very warm. So I go to my friend Dan. I'm like, I'm going to take a shit in a toilet tank. And it's called an upper decker. Because so when you shit in the tank, every time you flush the toilet, that's what feeds into the...
Right, you're a goddamn sickening savage. But
so that's what I did. And then, after I did it, with the giant smile on my face, I come outside, I slap my friend Dan, a high five. The girl's father comes up to me and says, hey, we have pizzas on the way, and I'm going to put some stuff on the grill. You guys want anything? Thanks so much for coming. There's some beers in the cooler. And I'm like, oh, my God, I just shit in this poor guy's toilet tank, and he's so welcoming and nice. And then the girl was awesome.
Yeah, so you gave him an upper decker for nothing.
Yeah, it was an upper decker for nothing. But yeah, it definitely did.
That is your mode of operandi, that type of shitty behavior.
Yeah, exactly.
Pardon the pun.
And that, literally, just picture your feet on the lid of the toilet.
I didn't need to picture it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Exactly.
I got it. I
had to take the lid off the toilet tank.
Yeah.
I placed it up against the sink.
Yeah.
And just plopped my butt cheeks on the toilet tank and.
Yeah. You're an animal. Okay. Next question. And this was actually, this was really an interesting question to me. This was from actually the lady that I had purchased my truck from, my
really?
Ford Edge. Her name is Allison. Her husband's name is Chris. They're wonderful people. Their son is currently in the Merchant Marines, about to become a Navy reservist, or I believe he did this weekend. They're just
Kings
like...
Kings Point? That's
yeah,
my cousin went to Kings Point.
Something to that effect. Just terrific people. She is the salt of the earth. He's a great guy. Anyway, she sent me a question because we become friendly, and it's really an interesting one that I had to think about. Do you allow your kids to curse around you? At what age? So I'll touch this. Obviously, I'm a cursor. You know that. I come from a cursor. My father was the cursiest cursor ever. Mm-hmm. I started hearing curses at a very, very, very young age.
How young? Like what?
Birth, just like, you shit your fucking diaper, jerk off. Like, basically always, you know what I mean? Always heard cursing. My kids also heard cursing from the beginning.
Yeah.
But, and this is probably me being a hypocrite, I do not allow my kids to curse in front of me.
Even the older girls.
It's interesting. Maybe it was like a month or two ago before Samantha went back to school. Samantha's going to be 21 years old, and in some sort of conversation, it wasn't even something like directed towards me or Stacy or her siblings, but she said the F word, and I was like, whoa, what the hell is this? And everyone's looking at me like, what? Like, you're the most disgusting, vile.
I know, yeah, exactly.
And for some reason, it unnerved me.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely not used to hearing my kids curse, any of them.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. So the answer is, Allison, I as much as I curse and come from a cursing background, I don't let my kids, whether they do it on the outside, I guess I never really thought about, but I don't like it being in my house or in front of me.
And I'll tell you, no, in my experience, Carla makes you look like an altar boy with her trailer truck mouth, and
she makes me look like I touched priest's penis.
Yes, exactly. And pretty much everybody makes you look like that. She has a truck driver mouth.
Yeah,
and she curses a lot in front of Juliana.
Okay,
and if Juliana kind of a curse slips out, Carla reprimands her.
Yeah.
And I get in a lot of trouble because whenever Carla curses in front of Juliana, I'm like, Carla, would you watch your mouth? Don't talk like that. You're better than that. And then Carla yell back at me like, don't correct me. I can speak whatever I want.
It's my daughter.
Like, well, then you can't get mad when she curses in front of you.
Right.
She's like, well, she should know better. Which probably she should, but also like you're conditioning the kid to curse every now and then.
Right.
And Juliana will curse, which I think is the most adorable thing in the world.
Oh, little kid cursing is adorable. Yeah.
Exactly. But there's the funniest thing. Like one time she said vagina, but she says vagina.
Yeah.
And I
but that's not what it is.
I couldn't stop laughing at all. And it's not vagina. There's a V.
Oh.
I couldn't stop laughing. So every now and then, like Juliana will be like, vagina, and like I'll just start laughing. It's like that's like our little thing.
Because that's cute when your 7-year-old stepdaughter is whispering vagina to you. What's you and Mikey's code word, Juliana?
CPS is not.
Tell the school psychologist. Shut, mind your business. It's vagina.
Mikey makes me say vagina.
Nothing to worry about here. Next house.
But I will get mad at Juliana if she curses, even though I think it's funny and hilarious.
Yeah.
Carla gets furious if Juliana curses, but then I'm like, Carla, that's all she knows. You curse in front of her constantly, all the time. And I yell at Carla when she curses in front of Juliana, and then Carla yells at me.
I literally have no business at all critiquing my kids from doing that because it's all they've ever heard.
Yeah.
But for some reason I don't advocate it.
Yeah. If I had an 8-year-old boy, he'd be cursing left and right, and I wouldn't even rep him. I wouldn't mind it at all. It's something with a girl.
I don't know. It just I don't. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. So to answer your question, I don't allow them to curse, at least in the house or around me or Stacy for that matter.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I don't allow her to. I think it's hilarious, but I also, I always put the blame on Carla because she has no discretion around the little one.
The last question that I will address, and it doesn't mean that these other ones won't get addressed at some point, but the question was, Mark David, when is your next stand-up act?
Ooh.
So
well,
I'm sure you guys remember. It's been a minute. It's been a few months since I performed, and I've been going through this. Whatever you want to call it, taking a step back from performing
sabbatical,
from performing stand-up comedy, a little sabbatical. But Mike and I have been talking, and
this is the big announcement I was talking about before.
So long story short, here, I don't know if it's going to be the next time that I get up because I probably have to, do a couple of spots before. But Mikey and I are in the process of. We're going to produce another Herschy and Keegs show. It looks like it's going to be Friday night, December the 1st, at the Brokerage Comedy Club in Belmore.
Whoa, the big room. It's going to be
we're going to have the main room. It's going to be a show. It's going to be later, probably starting around 10 o'clock or so in that area. But I'll tell you why we did it. The Brokerage is where I first started doing stand-up, and Mikey, I'm sure it was one of your first rooms also.
Those are the first open mics I did.
Yeah, it's my favorite place to do stand-up. We're going to have the room to ourselves, and very frankly, we plan on having more people than the Giggle Room here at Levittown Governors can accommodate. Yeah. And I don't want people to be shut out. The Brokerage can hold, I think, 180, something like that. Yeah. So we plan on filling up the room, and there literally is no better room for comedy when you have it packed in the Brokerage.
I always say I love Governors in Levittown the most. It was like my Yankee Stadium when I was a kid.
Of course.
I get butterflies still now whenever I get on the stage or I get asked to do a show. Mm-hmm. But the Brokerage, it's my favorite room to perform in. It's just so perfectly set up for comedy, the low ceilings, exactly, intimate.
The crowd's right on top of you up there. It's very comfortable. You walk up on the stage, you got to walk through the crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a great room, and like I said, sometimes if you have a packed room in the Giggle Room, it can get a little tight. Yeah. And I think the Brokerage will be the right fit for us. It's a Friday night. It's right in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, so we picked a day, December 1st. Mm-hmm. That should, hopefully be good for most people. It's not a big away type of time. Yeah. It's going to be a little bit of a late show because it's going to be after the show that's already booked there, the regular Friday 8 o'clock show where they have their out-of-town headliners and so forth. Yeah. But we're asking for your support.
Who might be on the show?
So it looks like the show it's going to be myself, Mikey, a couple of really great comics. Pat O'Rourke, who I know for a long time, as does Mike. He's hilarious.
He goes on the road with Brian Kilmeade.
Yep, he's huge. He's excellent. And the great legend Richie Byrne, who's one of Mikey's best friends, and Mikey secured Richie Byrne today. Mikey basically told Richie we need him for that night, so he said yes. Richie is the warm-up act for the Dr. Oz show. Yeah. He has been warm-up act for other shows.
Drew Barrymore, Rachel Ray.
Yeah, big-time comic, great guy. So we plan on really blowing it out that night. Yeah. So I would start. We're going to get a link.
We have an MC, too, that we...
oh, that's right. So you know more about the MC than I do. I know that he seems like a great guy from what I know. I don't know a lot about him comedically, so you can go ahead and touch on that.
Really funny guy, nice guy. He runs a great show in Huntington at the Industry Lounge.
Okay.
His name is Brandon LaCaruba.
Okay, great.
Super nice guy, very funny. Mm-hmm. He's going to host the show for us.
Great.
We're working with him behind the scenes a little bit, doing some editing for us.
Yeah.
And, he's a nice kid.
Yeah, so that's going to be Friday, December 1st. Mikey's going to be working on a flyer. We're going to have a link on governors.com, govs.com by the end of the week.
By this weekend, there will be a link on govs.com.
Yeah, so we're super stoked about that. So that last question was also from good old Steve Spragus. And like I said, I don't know if that's going to be my first time back on stage, but certainly that's the one that we're going to be pushing. That's going to be
yes, just please come out, spread the word. word when tickets go up next week. Let's get them. Let's get them quick before they disappear, and we'll have a good time.
I love, my favorite time of year is, of course, the holidays. I love it. So, what better time to laugh than when Thanksgiving, family, friends, your kids are coming home from college soon thereafter, whoever has kids. Yep. Something to be happy about. This is going to make it even better. Yeah. Right?
Yep. No, you're right.
So I'm super stoked about it. And, I'm going to work through my, I've dealt with some stage anxieties and stuff like that, even though I've been doing this for so many years. The stand-up was kind of making me a little bit, I don't know what was going on there for a little while, but I'm going to put some new stuff together and see what's going on with Herschy.
Yeah, maybe we'll hit a few open mics together, make some appearances.
Something like that. I love doing that. So that's news we didn't even tell Tony about. So you can pick your jaw back up, Tony. Okay. Yeah. But I know you're excited for us also. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Tony.
So
that's what's happening there. I don't know. Other than that, we only have a couple of minutes left. I did want to, I'm going to leave the mailbag. Oh, that's right. Okay, thank you for that. So last week I had touched on that my middle daughter is doing well up in Binghamton, and she had found a crew of girls before that they went to Binghamton that they became roommates together. Yep. There's 5 of them.
Madison and Taylor and Brittany and
keep on going.
And Jaylene,
good, exactly. So they're great kids. They're doing great. And Anna, and then we're out for dinner last night, and she said, "Daddy, can you post a picture of us on the show?" So they're liking some of this the free press. So so Tone, this is my baby girl in the white T-shirt there. That's my Anna Grace, and those are her girls. They're at Texas Roadhouse right in Binghamton last night. They had some steak dinners, and they really killed it. Hey,
that's just, priceless. They're gonna make some good memories, and hopefully they'll be friends for the.
I think they will be. They're a good bunch of girls, and I've been in communication with a couple of their parents, and they're terrific people. And we're going to Parent Weekend, October 6th through 8th up in Binghamton. I'm coming. And you'll be there too. You're going to be sleeping in the cot. Yep. And we're looking forward to it. I got to tell you, I love upstate New York in the fall. I obviously not seeing my daughter in over a month. To be able to see her and my other daughter as well is going to be humongous. Yep. Getting to spend some time with these girls and their families. Yeah. Me and Stacy and Max are just super jacked up.
So you're bringing Maxwell too?
Maxwell, cool. We're going to put him on a leash, and we're going to bring him as well.
Leave him home. He's going to have a party.
So thank you, girls, for your support. And we'll see you guys soon. Right. Thank you for reminding me, Tony. I forgot about that. I want to close the show with a.
You think they kept listening after the butt cheek spreading?
I don't know. I think they probably threw their phones on the floor in disgust. I've been doing, again, I think we've been doing well when we're talking about some of these current event stories. Yeah. So I have a few, but I'm only going to touch on one of them. Okay. Let me just see. So this happened recently. Okay. This happened in Chicago, of all places. There was a team of news reporters in suburban Chicago. Have you heard about this story or no?
I haven't heard about it. No.
This happened over the week 3 days ago, okay. So it's fresh. I'm not grasping at straws.
You're not reaching into the archives.
I'm not. This is fresh off the presses. So 5 o'clock in the morning, they're doing a story about a rash of armed robberies in the Chicago area. The news crew.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the middle of them producing this spot. They were armed robbery.
They were armed robbery?
Yeah, they were robbed.
They were robbed.
They were robbed.
Oh my goodness!
So they were doing the
They
story.
stole their arms.
They took their arms. They left them like Venus de Milo. But think about 5 o'clock in the morning. They're doing.
Why are you in Chicago, suburban Chicago, at 5 o'clock in the morning?
Right.
You know what happens there.
But it's just so comedic though.
It is. Did they get it on camera, or they stole the cameras?
I think they have the cameras. I think they have their arms. I think they have everything. But
so when these obviously Caucasian Irish people went and robbed this film, were they Italian, Irish?
I don't know that part of the story.
Okay.
And let's not assume anything about the reporter, because the best viral video of all time, which you've probably seen, there was it's a tall well put together black man down in, I think this was like in Georgia, I believe, several years ago. Yeah. It's my favorite viral video of all time. Yeah. And he's in some sort of suburban, country, rural, I should say, area. And he's reporting and going on like this. And the next thing you know, he swallows a bug. And all of a sudden, he turns from most...
Yeah, that country came out of him.
He's like, these country backwood motherfucker goddamn bugs, cocksuckers. He starts cursing.
Yeah, exactly.
So
he went from Bryant Gumbel to Dave Chappelle.
That's exactly right. Yeah. But I don't know. I just know that they were robbed. They were fine.
Oh, my goodness.
But
they're fine, though?
They were fine. They were robbed. But talk about, like, I'm sure someone's like, all right, cut the shit, Jimmy. All right? We don't have to simulate the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, you don't have to method newscast.
That's right. That's exactly. This is great method acting.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was a story. You know what? Maybe we have time for one more.
Let's do it.
And the fact that now I heard that you were down in that South Jersey, Philadelphia area. This makes sense because
when I got this dumb haircut that they gave me.
Yeah, that is pretty. Oh bad.
My
I
god,
want to say anything.
It's like I walked in and the guy said it, and I go to the guy, "Hey, give me the Proud Boy."
I didn't want to mansplain you any worse than I already have, so I left it alone.
How do you want your haircut? Give me the January 6th, please.
That's it. Yeah. Just if you can, give me a receding hairline. How do I get that? How do I get that look?
He faced me away from the mirror, so I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. So he was shaving the back of your neck while you spread your butt cheeks open a little bit?
Yeah, why did he have to spread my butt cheeks
exactly.
too?
My God.
Yeah.
You're a dentist. What are you doing that for? So you probably are very well
aware. Like you're Italian.
You probably were part of this in Philadelphia this weekend, but apparently this was the 14th annual this past weekend Philadelphia Naked Bike Ride to promote positive body image as well as fuel preservation, like the economy.
Why do you think I was there?
So you were riding on the bike with your tallywhacker hanging out.
Exactly. I got caught in the spokes.
You did.
Yeah. You know how long it is. I got caught in the spokes.
So you had the seat spreading your butt cheeks.
Well,
naturally.
that's why my butt cheeks were so spreadable because they were getting worked out.
We find bike seat in his ass.
You know what it is? I needed to supplement my income. I paid for the whole bike tour by doing shows. That's the only reason I was there. But I was in the naked bike. Oh my goodness! I couldn't imagine hitting a bump. Your little
exactly.
Your little berries are flopping up and down.
Oh my God! What is that? I think it's stuck in the chain. This isn't good.
Exactly.
So
I could never ride a bicycle naked because you hit a bump and that whole seat goes right up your bum.
I think our incredibly astute producer might have something that he's going to pop up real quick.
If I had more time, I would, impose certain faces on these pictures.
No. But so this is the Naked Bike Tour in Philadelphia.
Oh, those are the boys.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's a picture of Tony.
Tom.
There's Tony. That's great. That's awesome. Very
cool.
I'll
tell you one thing. I was just joking. I wasn't really there this year, but you bet your ass I'm going next year.
Well, it's number 15.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the one that everyone has to go to, number 15. So that was that. That's what happened in Philadelphia this past weekend.
If the women are driving, what a little snail trail they must leave on the
all right. On that note, thank you very much for listening, for watching. I didn't realize that we're at 10 o'clock already. Our shows just fly by sometime. That's just what happens. We're good to be back at 9 o'clock time slot. Yes. Thank you guys for listening. I will tell you that Brandon LaCaruba, the comedian who's going to be opening for us on that show on December 1st, has been doing some editing for us. We did a little bit of a video shoot last week that we're producing a TikTok that Mikey's going to have finished up by probably either tomorrow or Thursday. We anticipate that this is going to take us to a level of viral fame that we have not reached before, and we've had some good hits.
It's going to be our bread and milk.
I mean, we've had 25,000 views. Yeah. We've had some nice activity, but this is the one we think is gonna take us to the top. So
it's gonna get 600 views, and we're gonna fucking kill ourselves.
God. And wonder why we paid $40 to promote it on TikTok.
I know, right?
But we're counting on you guys like we always do.
And hey, guys, September 16th, next Saturday, right here in the Giggle Room at Governor's. I actually just got asked to do it now. Andrea just was nice enough to ask me to produce a show. Giggle Room, not even booked yet. It's just happening. The tickets will be up tomorrow for a show.
Yeah, any of my people don't by that one because I won't be there. But so Mikey, we got Tony. Give us that your September 17th show, please.
September 17th at the Brokerage in Belmore. You can see Knock 'em Dead Comedy performing a fun audience interactive comedic murder mystery. Thank you, Mark.
Excellent.
You guys do that. Listen, guys, we love you. What are we going to say? We appreciate you. We're thankful that you're here and that you're watching us and promoting and sharing. And we'll be back next week with some more, maybe some dear Herschy and the Keegs advice questions, some more current event stuff, and that's it. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.